Grace, Kim, Charley is now the all-time appearance record holder for Charlton Athletic Women. You both must be very proud.
Yeah, really proud, obviously, being Charley's former teammate. Really proud of her, of everything she's achieved in her career so far. And obviously taking over my record, and obviously be really happy with everything she's achieved.
I think she's been such a big part of this team for the entire time she's been in it. She's never been like a bit part player. She's always been a strong member of the team, and I think that speaks volumes to her, that she's managed to keep that consistency as the game has changed so much. Compared to when she would have been 16 making her first appearance, the game has developed and grown so much, and the competitiveness and the skill level has increased, and she's increased with that every year. I think the loyalty that she's shown is kind of second to none, and it's no more than she completely deserves.
And you've both obviously got a lot of memories, but what is your first memory of Charley?
I think my first memory probably sums up Charley quite well. Obviously, I was a coach with the Centre of Excellence back when Charley was 16, and sort of spoke to Charley a little bit, sort of got on really well with her. I coached the under-14s, she was in the under-16s. And she broke her wrist, which...
Shock.
Yeah, it's Charley all over. And she was in a cast, wasn't training, and I was going to play five-a-side on, I think, on Monday night, and I was like, Charley, just come and play. Like, you don't have to use your wrist, just come and play. And she was like, I don't know, I might get in trouble. And I convinced her to come and play. And I think that was with like boys as well, like men. So you sort of knew then at 16 she had talent and she was going to go a long way. But it was just a funny situation that I made her come and play football. It just shows the love of the game as well, even when she's injured or got a bad wrist, which is probably still giving her trouble now. But it's just a very funny memory and probably something that I'll always be fond of.
So mine is when we were both in the Centre of Excellence, so I was in the under-16, she was in the under-14s. We went to Arizona on a tour with all the staff, and we were separated in different buses that we would travel everywhere depending on what family you were staying with. And she was on the same bus as me, so there's this 12-year-old girl, the only under-14 on our bus I think, and she literally didn't say a word the entire time. She just kind of sat there, and I mean, if I think that is not Charley now, I just think back and I'm like, why did she, like, but she wasn't even 13 yet, she was the youngest person there, and she just came and just sat there, and we were all just having a laugh with all our mates, and she's just like sitting at the front all quiet and timid. Then she kind of slowly grew out of that and she got older, as everyone will know.
And again, you must have so many, but what is your favourite memory of playing with Charley?
Mine's got to be player final. I think that's the biggest achievement that I think we've all probably had at the club in general. So definitely that. Winning the league, I think when we were, I don't even know what year it was.
Under Malts.
Yeah, with Malts in the Southern Prem. But I think what comes to mind is the more recent memories, so different things like that. For me, it's more like the silly moments that people probably don't really realise. She probably falls over once a month in training, like guaranteed.
She's got better.
She has got better with age, but still
She didn't like play against Cardiff at one stage.
No, that's another one actually. We went to Cardiff, and the pitch was, it'd been raining, so the pitch was quite wet. So she was like, I just want to slide around in her trainers, slid, legs went beneath her, on the floor, like soaking wet. Everyone couldn't stop laughing. Played a game, and then she clashes heads with, was it Tash Harding? Someone has a massive egg on her head. She must have only been, what, 18?
Yeah.
Really young. Her mum's there, like mum's all worried about her, and she's just like walking around with this big egg on her head, like an absolute donut. And then I think the same thing happened to her in the home game, didn't it?
At home,
yeah. Exact same thing, same player, same clash of heads, and she's just all over the place. She's had a few black eyes though, ain't she?
Yeah.
The Spurs Cup final, when she got smashed, and she don't ever let you forget it either. She'll tell the same story. Do you remember the time I got an egg? Or do you remember the time I got a black eye? Yes, Char. Everyone remembers. So I think for me it's loads of little stuff like that, but footballing memory definitely player final, because that was just the probably top memory anyway, and just the team it was with. And there's a picture from that game that makes me laugh though. where she's trying to talk to the ref, and she's just like, I don't know what she's doing, but we're both like laughing, and I'm like pushing her away, and it's just, I feel like that's a thing of us recently, like us just trying to like manage each other during games, whether we're annoyed. We still argue all the time. That year we won the league.
Yeah, they played centre mid together, and they were behind me, so I played as like an attacking midfielder, and Grace and Charlie was two holding midfielders, and oh my god, they were a nightmare behind me. All they wanted to do was just argue, but then obviously be best friends off the pitch. And it was the funniest season, but
yeah.
I think Charlie goes through seasons without probably getting a lot of recognition. I think she, like, you think of memorable goals that she scored. The Gillingham one just comes to mind at Petersfield when we needed a goal. Charlie's always the one to bring it up, but she's over the years she's probably been one of the most popular teammates for everyone. She always gets on with everyone. Playoff final, she was unreal that game. Set up Kit's goal, and I think that only her could pick that pass out. So I think she goes a little bit unrecognised in the team sometimes, especially when you had some of the players that we had at some points. So I'm proud she's getting the recognition she deserves now.
Remember that goal at Lewis?
Yeah.
From like 40 yards.
And she didn't even think it went in.
It was unreal, yeah. And she just, So she's got so many good goals. I couldn't even most of her goals are good. I don't think she's ever scored a tap-in. Even that header she got last year, like, it's never just a basic goal with Charlie. They're always like top bins, or she'll mug someone off beforehand. It's always something special about, I think, every goal that she scored. And
free kicks.
Yeah, that's just her ability.
Sheffield game last year?
2 years. Like 2 years ago.
Wind assisted though.
She won't tell you that. She'll say it won't. But then do you remember that game at the Hive where she just skied every free kick 50 yards over the bar?
Yeah.
So she's also got that in her locker. So, depends what you're going to get.
And Kim, what would you say your favourite footballing memory is with Charlie?
I think I've had as I said, there's so many that it's hard to pinpoint just one. I think obviously playoff final thing for Charlie is probably up there, and I think the whole occasion that weekend was probably up there in a lot of people's careers, just because of the build up to it was perfect. Obviously the game went well, we won, so, and then obviously that after the game was not bad as well. So yeah, I think it's just a lot of things like that you just remember, and obviously she's still got loads of football left in her to keep going, really, so I'm hoping she'll still create more memories.
Being good friends with her, have you both got any sort of words to say to Charlie after making this achievement?
You finally got there? I feel like she does, because it's not been easy, it's not all been easy. I think that's, people think it's easy to just stay at a club and just stay with the same manager, stay with, like, because we've been here a long time, stay with the same players, but it's not at all. Like I said, the game's evolved and she's evolved with it, and I think she has had some really tough times that people won't know about because they haven't been that close to her, they haven't seen it, and she's still pushed through them. So again, it's just back to being proud of her for just sticking with it and going through it. And there's been a lot of change since she's been here, just personnel, staff, managers, just the club in general, and she's, like I said, stuck with it and normally has a smile on her face. I mean, as she's got older, I think she's got a bit grumpier. But no, she'll always have something funny to say, and she's always trying to, like, lift spirits, and like Kim said, she's always been such a popular member of the team. So I think she's always just been that big character that has got her through games as well, not just her footballing ability, but her as a person and how she is with people. And yeah, just, I don't know, keep going, Char. Keep going, see how many you can actually get.
Yeah, I think just if she can obviously smash the records, that's unachievable for anyone else, really. And I think in women's football nowadays, loyalty doesn't really happen in many clubs, so I think we're quite blessed with us three that's been here bloody forever, it feels like. But I just hope she is proud of herself, and I think she'll look back and with fond memories of when she obviously puts her boots up and she says she's old now, but she's not. She thinks she's old. But yeah, she looks back at it and is proud of herself really, because obviously we're really proud of her. And as I said, I don't think she gets the recognition she deserves. So I just want her to be proud of herself, because all the club are proud of her. So that's it really.
Yeah, I don't think she appreciates how much of an achievement it is either. I think she's so just
100%.
laid back and casual about everything. She's just like, oh yeah, like it's just another game. But I think afterwards, I think she'll realise like what an achievement it is, and hope, like Kim said, hope she'll be proud of herself. I know all her family's proud of her. We're all really proud of her. So yeah, everyone she's ever played with has only ever got nice things to say about her, ain't they? So
yeah. I mean, that's the thing as well, loads of teammates have left, loads of staff have left, and she's still here, still putting a shift in for the badge every single week. And she, sometimes it's not been enjoyable, but she still fights, still wants to be here, and I think that's the main thing. And she's still got that passion to want to be here.